guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dana the Doula, and I am so excited. This is something I've been talking about for too long. This is Mom Friend Energy, and no better way to start this series than with Amber. I'm going to let her introduce herself, but just to refresh everyone's memory, about a month ago, maybe more than that, because time flies. About a month ago, I posted an article about how 75% of moms here in the US, we are struggling with mental health a little bit. I am definitely going to raise my hand and say that I am one of the 75%. And from that conversation, I saw some responses from people, and they're like, yes, I'm struggling. I just feel like I'm not being seen. I'm not heard. I feel isolated. And the idea that came to my mind was, okay, well, let me create a space, right? To allow people to be connected. We don't all have to be connected with each other, but I just want everybody to just see who's out there, who's a mom, who's going through things, who has similar experiences to yours, who inspires you. And Amber was one of the first people that I reached out to. And I said, Amber, would you like to be a part of the series with me? And she said, yes. So welcome, Amber, to Mom Friend Energy. Woo! Okay, so please introduce yourself to the people, let them know who you are, and let's get started.
Yes, my name is Amber Twyne. I'm a doula. I've been a doula for over 6 years. And I also specialize in domestic violence advocacy in this doula space. And I'm also just a lover of sisterhood and friendship and all the things that we're sometimes taught that Black women don't have. So I'm here for all of that.
Yes. And I'm sure you guys, once you stay for the conversation and hear more about Amber and her story and what she's working on, you'll want to be connected with her. So I'm going to include all her social media handles right here. Right here. And Amber, where are you located in the world? Where in the world is Amber?
I'm in Delaware. So yes, Black people are here.
Hey, with that tax-free shopping, not mad at Delaware.
Yes.
So Amber, what season of motherhood are you in?
So I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. So I still consider myself like a newbie mom. But my first pregnancy was when I was 19. And so if that child was still living, they would be a teenager at this point. Wow. But I'm a newbie mom because I'm experiencing all the things still that come with childhood. So, yeah.
And for the first time, I feel like we're all trying to figure it out. Even I feel like I can see in real time sometimes my mom still trying to figure it out. And she's been a mom for decades at this point. Yeah. So how would you introduce yourself beyond being a mom? You kind of already touched on it, but tell us.
Yes, like I love saying that I'm a Black woman first, because I feel like that is the foundation of like just how I navigate the world, and the pride and resilience that comes with that. And then I'm a mom second, because that adds that layer of like grace. And then DV advocacy, like work is always in our identity, but like it's because I'm a survivor of DV. So that's part of my identity as well. And then a sister, friend, queen, all the things.
You know what's interesting, when I was reading through, what you sent me to prepare for this, and I know you like kind of touched on it a little bit in your content, but I've never, maybe, we haven't been connected long enough, so I don't know your full story. And, once you're ready to share and give that opportunity, I can't wait to see what you do with that. But I will say, as a doula, I think the longer that I've been doing this, the more keen I am to being like, is this just a maybe overzealous partner, like somebody that is becoming a father for the first time and is kind of concerned and jittery? Or is this something that is veering, in the direction of controlling, and something that is, raising concerns and red flags for me? Yes. And how we identify domestic violence, I think if you had asked me maybe 4 years ago when I first had my daughter, am I in an abusive relationship? Probably not. I'm like, I don't think I am. But now, like hindsight, I'm like, oh yeah, this is traumatic. This is something that it's taken me years to really cope and reconcile with. And as women, I think, or as a woman that I was at the time, I carried a lot of the burden and shame of like, I'm in this relationship, I'm in this situation, or I dealt with this person because I did something wrong and I did something to put myself in this position. And I'm like, no, this was like manipulation. This was psychological. This was like all the things. So when I talk about, like, I always say being a doula is sharing some of the most intimate experiences and times with your clients and with their families. But it's also, you have to recognize like, this is not a safe environment for you or this baby. And how do you correctly navigate and kind of, it's like walking on eggshells, because you don't want to put them in a situation where you are triggering that person and you're going to make it dangerous for them to be alone with their partner. But then also you're just like, look at me, wink. Do you want me to do something?
Like 1 for yes and 2 for no. Like, and it's crazy because, so my own abuse experience led to my pregnancy, right? Because a lot of people don't talk about reproductive coercion for women. It's always like, oh, women will use a turkey baster, all that. But a lot of times in abusive relationships, men will impregnate you for control and manipulation. So that was my situation. And that pregnancy was horrible. And because I was experiencing abuse in that way, that also like kind of set me up to be open to being abused by my doctors in the healthcare and healthcare staff. So that healing process and just reflecting on that led me to birth work. So when I started getting into birth work and doing like formalized birth work training, I was like, oh, y'all don't even talk about DV. And then I'm in these community spaces. I'm like, oh, doulas don't even know DV signs, red flags, what that is outside of like a slap or a punch. So shameless plug. That's why I started a training for doulas for domestic violence information and education, because we should know we're in the most intimate spaces with our clients. We're in the home. Sometimes we are supporting abusers as well. So yeah, so that's a whole thing. But there was a video that you posted and it was about like the postpartum space and then partners and like how men can sometimes show up and how that impacts and everything you were saying. I'm just like, this is DV. Like people don't realize when you're going through this hard postpartum experience and your partner is doing all the things that are making it worse for you physically or otherwise, that is abuse. And so, yeah, that hit. And I feel like a lot of times people are like, wow, I didn't label myself as a survivor until I talked to you. I'm like, my bad, but also, yay. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
So.
Yeah. I try to, you know, when I share my story, I'm just like, hey, you know, I'm this, I support working moms. But I think where I haven't fully expressed or communicated yet, like, guys, I was so happy living in Los Angeles. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be back in my mother's house in Philly with a little baby. But it's like, I had to go, right? It was like, you ever see that episode of Ike, not episode, the movie of What's Love Got to Do It, when Tina is running across the highway.
Yes.
Like, that was me, right? Like, I had to get out of there. And it wasn't as dramatic. Like, no, I wasn't walking around with like bruises and you know, blood all over my face. But it's like, we had to go. We had to get out of there. And I still, and I'm trying to make the best of the situation. My daughter loves it here in Philly, but yeah, I had to get out of there. And one of the things I think about and that I've implemented in my practice is like, it is a clear tell sign.
Yes.
I want him to sit in the session with us and I want him to plan with us what your postpartum is going to be, the postpartum planning, right? And I also want you to know, like, because I think a lot of times, like, we're just like, oh, never mind, I'll take care of it, because either we don't have faith in the fact that, you know, our partners can support us in a certain way. But sometimes is it us being in the way? Or is it the fact that, hey, I'm trying to tell you without telling you, maybe this is not it, right? So I am so fortunate to have, for the most part, clients and partners that are like, yeah, like, you know, let me know, you know, like, I'm like, Dad, you get on the other side, you know, like all the things, like all in 100%. Hello, this must be the 3-year-old.
Yes.
And then on the flip side, unfortunately, you see, you know, I'm not doing that, but
right.
That's on her. So when I harken back to my experience, it was like, not only was I met with resistance, it was like, just, you know, I'm not doing it and you better do it because this is your job to do it and you better not complain. And I'm like, whoa, you know, I just had a baby less than a month ago and I'm being left alone, abandoned for days, weeks at a time, you know, can't even go outside. So now that I'm like, yeah, that was abuse. That was neglect. That was like, and then to then flip it back on me, like, what's wrong with you?
At one of your most vulnerable states.
The most vulnerable.
Wide open, physically and emotionally.
Oh, girl, I was wide open. When I say I was getting stitched longer than I pushed. So physically, I just couldn't, right? And it didn't matter. So I'm so happy that you are highlighting that part of it, because I think a lot of us need the education. So much, unfortunately, is normalized. That's and, right. You know, we're just like, oh, yeah, we just deal with it because we have to, or that's what we're supposed to do, or that's what I always saw growing up. And, you know, my mom never complained about it. So why should I feel a certain way about it? Like, no, girl, like, let's break the cycle.
Yes, because common is not normal. Just because it happens a lot does not mean it's okay.
Right. And also, like, I see, like, whenever there is a father that's, like, doing what you're supposed to do as a parent, a lot of times we roll our eyes and we're like, duh, that's what he's supposed to do. But I guess when you're in it so much where you're just seeing, like, all the trifling stuff, you're
literally
like, yes, let's throw him a parade.
Right. Hype him up. And it's like,
he made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Wow. He brought you breakfast one day. Okay.
Right. Exactly. So what brings you joy that has nothing to do with your kids, though. Nothing to do. Who are you, Amber, in your joyous place?
A good like kiki. I love book clubs with Black women. And just seeing people like talk about things that have nothing to do with work. You know, like I like being in spaces where we are just having fun, not talking about work, including being a mom, because being a mom is a job. So including that, like just talking about things that bring us joy. I like to see people laugh. I like to see people smile. I like to see people like let loose. That is fun for me. Yes, and to eat, because I love good food.
That's all we do over here is eat. Unfortunately, I'm considered the chef in the house.
So. Oh, listen, I'm here for it. Let me know. Philly ain't far. Okay.
I'm always cooking. How have you ever felt like you were losing yourself in motherhood, and how did you navigate that?
Yeah, with my first pregnancy and really motherhood experience, I did lose myself because one, I didn't know anything about childbirth. I didn't barely know about reproduction. I didn't know the importance of womb health, emotional. They don't tell you about like how it's a full adjustment of your mind, body, and soul. Mm-hmm. And so I wasn't prepared. And then everything felt like guilt. Everything was like my fault internally. I internalized it all. And then being in an abusive situation at the time, it's like, oh Lord, this is like a double whammy. And then it consumed me. But then after my loss, I was like, I don't think I ever want to be a mom again because I don't even know. I don't even feel like I did well the first time. And so it turned into like my thoughts on motherhood consumed me, like whether I'm, just how to be. But when I finally got pregnant again, which was like 9 years later, I was like, listen, I'm a doula this time. I know what to expect. And then I had an experience that I prepared for, but I wasn't prepared for the residual trauma to come back up. Mm. So I wasn't prepared for me to have this crazy postpartum anxiety out of fear for wanting to do everything perfectly. Mm-hmm. And that's taxing because you're just overthinking everything. I didn't want to drive with her in the car alone. I didn't want to, oversleep and not check her breathing and just all those things. And then by my son, I was like, okay, I got this. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know they're safe. I know I'm good at this. Like, all right, now I can have fun with it.
Yeah. I think that's like a lot of first-time moms experience that just in general, but then based on your past experiences, probably compounded that even more.
Yeah,
for sure. So what do you think helped you feel more connected to your identity, your creativity, or your personal growth? And that can be just, for yourself and also in motherhood.
I had to intentionally find things that brought me joy and that I enjoyed just for Amber, not as a daughter, not as a mom, not as a wife or none of that. Like, what is fun for me? What do I like and what do I not like? And I think as adults, we're not really asked that. We are expected to just do things that we don't like to do. That's what adulthood is. That's what motherhood is. You just get it done, do your responsibilities and call it a day. But if we sit and are like, hey, do I actually like this? Like, is this fun? Is this bringing me any kind of benefit, or am I just doing it because I need to? Then you learn a lot about yourself. And so I took time to do that. Like, let me see if I like hiking. Like, it's a thing. Let me go test it out. In Delaware, I do not like hiking. We got too many bugs over here. In California, I loved it. Yeah, it's so many bugs, mosquitoes, flies, just all that. I don't like that kind of stuff.
We probably have the same bugs over here in Philly.
And it's humid here.
They fly back and forth.
Yeah, it's humid here. In California, I loved hiking. It was beautiful, the views, the weather. I'm like, all right, so climate matters to me. That's good to know. I love the beach, but I do not go to Jersey beaches. Those beaches are not nice. Give me like a nice Florida beach, and just figuring out those types of things. Like, what do I like? What do I not like? What do I like to read? Like, am I a romance girl or am I really into mystery? Like what? And that part is fun.
Yeah. I think something that stuck out to me that you first brought up is the expectation of doing what you don't want to do in adulthood and in motherhood.
Yes.
And every year for Mother's Day, I think people have gotten better at it, but every year for Mother's Day, there's this messaging of just like, you sacrificed so much. You've given me your last. You've done like this. It's like, you're my hero because you went without so that we could have. And I think that, right, that does not, to me, set a good example, especially me raising a young woman. I don't want you to see me down bad, to think that like there's no honor in that for me. Like, I don't want to carry the badge of like, my mom was so worn down and so worn out so that everybody else can be taken care of. Like,
yeah.
My favorite quote from a movie is mama gotta have a life too. Like,
yes.
And I saw that with my mom when I was growing up. I might have felt resentful in my like adolescent mind, like, Mom, I said that I have, this, and she'd be like, okay, but if you're not ready by 10, you're not going, because I have I have stuff that I have to do. So I feel that way about like, let's reframe it where you can have fun in motherhood. You can have fun in adulthood. You can, one of the like funniest things is my daughter is 4 and she always say like, you are so silly. You are so goofy. And I just think, I might be embarrassing you right now because of course I'm not allowed to sing. I'm not allowed to dance. I'm not allowed to laugh too loud. Everything is just like, ugh, can you stop? But I know that when she gets older, you're going to have memories of hopefully you have memories of a happy mom, of a mom that's like enjoying herself, of a mom that is not thinking too much about what other people think of her. And, hopefully that is my hope,
Absolutely. I'm 100% the same. Like my kids know what music I like, what music I don't like. And it's like, I'm a human. I want y'all to know I'm a human. They'll be like, Mommy, are you Amber right? Yes, I'm Amber right now. Yeah, that means I'm off duty.
Yeah.
That's my thing. And I think they will remember that. I think they will internalize it for themselves, Yeah.
And that's why I try to talk about, because I think it's the time too, my generation at least, and growing up in Philly, I think it's like a geographic thing and a generational thing. Like Philly was just like, we were just too like, you're just too cool to care. Everybody, you couldn't be too Joe, right? Like you couldn't be too like, that was our slang. Yo, she's so Joe, she's so this, like, oh, she corny.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, yes, I am. I am so Joe. I am so corny. I am so cringe. And I don't care. It's my life, right? Like, and I don't want her to grow up with those constraints. So I feel like, too, especially being back home, one thing that I love about being back home is my mom still has everything in the basement, everything. So I'll find stuff and I'll be like, oh, this is, or we'll be on YouTube. I call them like, our cultural education time. And I would like show her videos of stuff that when I was a kid, songs that I used to like, or, she now thinks like Tambourine by Eve is a brand new song. And I'm like, girl.
Oh my gosh. My daughter be like, Mommy, is this from the 90s? I'm like, you know it. Okay.
Yeah. And you love it. She loves Destiny's Child. I'm like telling her like, yeah, so, it wasn't always Michelle, Kelly, and Beyonce. It was Toya. Then they had Farrah for a little bit. And she, like, I don't know if she understands, but she listens, right? And then like, it's not important stuff, but it's fun, right? It's just like, we have joy in this is what we did. We go outside and play. You're like outside on the sidewalk. I'm drawing chalk with you on the sidewalk. I'm, riding bike next to you.
Yeah, like that too. Yeah.
For me as well, because I feel like I spent so much time in my childhood and also my young adulthood trying to keep it together and caring too much about what people think. And I'm just like, I don't want you to be imprisoned by like what anybody else has going on or what anybody thinks of you, because they own their perception. You don't own anyone's perception of you. And so, so I love that. Yeah. I'm not giving myself that expectation of like, as a mom, I have to give it all away. Sometimes we'll be eating stuff together and she'll say, can I have yours? I'm finished mine. Can I have yours? And I'll be like, no, you cannot. Like,
no,
I'm hungry.
It's like, I honestly, I do like on halves. I'll be like, halvesies, you share yours with me, I'll share mine with you.
And we share, but I made you a plate.
That's right.
And you're not about to sit up here. I'm not going to bed hungry.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's
plate.
And I homeschool, so I think about that a lot too. Like, I don't want them to feel like they have to mold into these different things. Like, no, y'all have freedom. I want y'all to have freedom of expression, choice, voice, all the things.
Yeah. It's so interesting too how that challenges me, because I kind of grew up with that. You can't be fresh, can't be disrespectful. You have to watch your tone. But my daughter is very much like, you are frustrating me, right? She'll be quick to say that.
Quick. My daughter will be like, Mommy, this whole conversation is really stressing me out. I'm like, all right, well, let's take a breather. Okay. Don't give me no tude.
Right.
But I respect it because I'm like, there'll be times when my mom be stressing me out. So
right. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in you. You are allowed. It's allowed. And I might feel like, oh, that makes me feel away, but you're not being disrespectful.
Right.
Being honest. Sometimes we do have moments of disrespect and I'll be like, who are you talking to?
Okay.
And she'll say, oh, I'm sorry. I just am like, okay, all right. And I can't.
Oh, when I'm like getting like, she'll be like, Mommy, I need to talk because I don't like how you're talking to me. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not being nice.
Exactly.
I'm frustrated.
You have to lead by example. And I tried to use the line, it backfired on me. I'm not one of your little friends. And she was like, you're not my friend.
Okay. We're best friends.
I thought we were best friends. And I
said, I'm like, we are. y'all are my best friends. I don't care. Y'all are.
Yeah. So before I let you go, what is one thing you say to a mom who feels like she's losing herself right now, or maybe she's in the throes of, you know, a DV relationship, whether she realizes it, whether she doesn't? What's one thing you would say to a mom that needs some Amber connection?
Yeah, whenever I hear something like that, I always ask why, because sometimes we just express things how we feel them and see them. But when we get down to it, when we peel back the layers on it, there is something that is causing that. And that's easier for me to support and address than just this blanket statement. So I always just lead with the why. Like, what is making you feel like that? Why did you say that? Where did you get that word choice for your situation? Like, let's talk about it. And maybe you just need to talk about it. Or maybe it's something I can do.
Okay. So I love everything that you're doing. You know, I know that you are doing a lot to help support moms in Delaware. I saw that you took a trip. You flew to...
Yes, girl. I went to St. Louis for my first time. And I was like, oh, St. Louis is kind of giving Delaware a little bit. I'm not mad at it.
I think the whole country just kind of gives once you've traveled enough, you're like, am I in South Jersey or am I in North Carolina? It all starts to look the same.
I'm sounding real country, no matter North or South.
Yeah.
That's how we sound. So yeah, that was fun. We did a conference. So I talked about DV support within doula work. Because I'm like, there's doulas everywhere. So if I can help y'all figure out what the red flags for DV are, that's just going to make us all as a community stronger. So
good. Yeah. Is there any, so I know you're supporting moms in Delaware, you've traveled to St. Louis. How can, you know, once we post this and it goes out there, how can people connect with you? How can they work with you? Just reach out to you or let them know.
Yeah. So keeping with the mom friend energy, like, please just hit me. Just text me, call me, email, DM. I don't really care because I just love connecting with people. And I think we all have so many different skills and personalities and ideas that you just never know what kind of combo and partnership will come out of it. Like, I've worked with people that had nothing to do with birth work, and the events and the workshops and the connections are beautiful. So I'm like, listen, no matter what you are or what you do, there's some way that we can work together. So just hit me, find me. I'm all over. I'll travel.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back up on the screen. Make sure you guys follow her, reach out to her, like you said. And I found that since we've connected, I just feel like, you know, you're not just saying, you are very much like, yes, she reaches out, she comments, like, yeah.
So I'll be like, first comment, yes, I love it. Repost, share, all the things. I just love it.
I feel like too, you watch the whole, sometimes people will just like, and they just keep scrolling, but I'll be like, Amber is commenting on like what I talked about the last 5 seconds of this video. I'm trying to figure out how to post content that's like not so verbose, because I am a yapper.
I crack up when I see in double. I'm like, girl, let it play out. She done sped herself up, like thinking that we not gonna stick around. I'm like, I'm still here, okay.
And it's also always the jump edits, because I like will edit a chunk out. I'll be like, blah, blah, and so, right. and then the next year it'll be like, and then, blah, blah, and blah, blah. And my mom
feel like people don't really want to listen to us, but I'm like, no, I love that.
A lot of people, and I'm guilty, do not have a long attention span. And unfortunately, they feel like you got to be like, you know, doing a theatrical monologue or, you know, dancing and to capture people's attention. And I posted a video before where it was like somebody had took it upon themselves to do an audit of all of a ton of my content. And they were just like leaving comments throughout different videos being like, this is good here, but you should get to the point quicker, or like you need better lighting. And I'm like, hold on. I appreciate the feedback, but are you here for the information or are you not? Right? Like either you want the information or you don't. Sometimes I think like, God, you really be going on a video with your edges all fuzzy and like, you know, I'm not a beauty influencer. I'm here to talk about birth work. I'm here to talk about my experience, and I'm just here to be myself. Like, first of all, I'm in my house, right?
I'm on my phone
in my house.
Let me be great.
When I see y'all in person, hopefully one day, I will absolutely look cute. But right now, just let me be in my house. Like, what?
Yes. I think social media just makes us like think about all these things. Like, let me talk faster. Let me cut. Let me clean out any dead space. Let me take the ums out. Let me do all these things. Let me set up the light. But I do enjoy just seeing people like, yo, let me tell y'all about this. Like, I love that. So when I see influencers being open and honest like that, I try to support in that way. Like, yeah, girl, I'm here to the end. You don't got to speed it up. Like, eat your food. I'm here.
I did that. I was eating seaweed one time. And this person was like, could you have just eaten first before? I'm like, You
In the world? Yeah. Like I'll come, my son breastfeed, walk away. My daughter asks me a question, and it's like, yeah, like we're humans.
yes. So this is the mom friend energy that Amber is given. If you guys want to be connected to her, all of her handles will be posted here. She'll be tagged in the videos. And I just can't thank you enough for being my first official participant for Mom Friend Energy. And we have to do this again. Like anytime,
Yes.
anything you want to promote, anything you want to talk about, hit me up. I'm sure I'll be hitting you up
Yeah.
soon.
And also, when this turns into events, let me know because I'll be there.
Girl,
Put
you
that out there.
oh
The
God.
next steps, I'm here for it all. When it's groups, when it's in person, when you feeding us, I'm here.
You know, I have it on my vision board, my manifestation board is all up here. But I do have that, and I do feel like there was a vision placed on me. Nothing that I like desired myself. Because when I tell people I'm an introvert, I'm very like I'm not standoffish, but I have been accused of being like aloof, and it's not. I'm just not the one to go in the room with the energy. But I'm comfortable. I'm in my house. I'm talking. You know, fine. So what y'all see on camera, everybody's like, "Oh, hey, I can't wait to see you in person." I'll be like, you might not like me if you meet me in person because I walk in the room and I have to like assess the scene. Like I got to check it out and be like, is it cool?
Like you have to discern. Someone told me, because I used to always say, I'm shy, I'm introvert, I'm shy. And they're like, you're not shy, girl. You just discern energy. And if you don't feel safe, then you're not going to be bubbly and open. And that is true.
Yes. So y'all got to give me some time to work on that. But the vision was placed in my brain. It was like, the same thing with like leaving my career to become a doula full time and doing content and just like thinking, I never thought that this would be me. So the same way that was like placed on my heart, and you know, I do feel like this is an ordainment that I was given.
Yes.
I was given that too, but I'm like, but okay, God, you got to help me work on my like people skills first. Like,
you already got the skills. Here, you just need your people. We're here.
I just need my people, right? It's hard to walk in a room and to be like,
right, you won't have that because the right people they'll be tapped in. So
as soon as I get this, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else. As a matter of fact, let me go find a seat and call my Uber because I'm leaving now. I'm
great. I'm
opening grand closing. People are like, you leaving already? You just got here. Yep. Yeah,
I see it. Like I see it. I feel it. I'm in the future. It's going to be awesome. Okay, well, so you're there.
You'll be there. And then anything that you're having, let me know. Delaware is close.
It is.
Close. Yeah, I have an easy pass. I can.
Hey, okay. You're not far.
I'm not far. I can just pay the tolls and get there. Well, thank you so much, guys. This is Amber. This is Mom Friend Energy. Stay tuned. We have more episodes coming. And again, Amber, I can't thank you enough for your time. And you guys like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions for Amber, drop them in the comments or just hit her up directly because I'm going to have her handles, like I said. But thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode of Mom Friend Energy, make sure you hit like. Let me know in the comments, what was your favorite part of the conversation? Let me know what you're thinking. What's your 2 cents? Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And for anyone out there, open invitation, head to that link. You know where the link is, right? I'll let you know right here. Head to the link and fill out the form so that you can be on the next episode of Mom Friend Energy and we keep the party going. I can't wait to talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.